One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The Anxiety Guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the Anxiety Guy.
Warrior, welcome to episode number 149 of the Anxiety Guy podcast. I'm your host today, Dennis Simsek. I couldn't be more happy for you that you're joining this podcast episode. You know what? This just might be the most important episode for any health anxiety sufferer out there, hypochondriac, that may be currently sensitized due to the overwhelming fear of dying and interpreting sensations, interpreting news, and very much so internalizing anything that they hear and comparing things to themselves. My friends, today is the day I set you free from this cycle. Are you ready? Before I get into this podcast episode, though, head on over to anxietyexit.com. Learn more about the number one CBT-based program for anxiety today. Now, the biggest reason we fear death is simply because of uncertainty. We simply don't know what will come about and what will happen after we die. As humans on this planet, we've grown so accustomed to certainty. We are certain to feel the same miserable or happy way that we felt lately. We are certain that if we want a new pair of tennis shoes, we can walk down the street and buy them. If I'm hungry, I am certain, warriors, that there's food. When work is done, I'm certain I have a roof over my head. Our lives have become so utterly certain that we've completely lost touch with our minds, which have the capabilities to see things from a much broader perspective. We live, my friends, we live in a narrow world. The driving lanes are narrow, the bed we sleep on is narrow, sporting activities are narrow playing areas. We live narrowly through the rules and regulations of our government and fitting into society. This narrowness and a loss of faith in uncertainty has kept us fearing living as much as fearing dying. We've lost who we are. We've become human doers, losing our creativity, our beautiful imaginations, and our playful, carefree, fun-loving selves. And why? Why? For the sake of fitting in with all the other dominoes, in this case human beings, that eventually tumble over and weaken over time. Listen to me, warrior. Listen to me. Death is meant to be a beautifully spiritual transition to other planes of existence. The same way your birth came to be. Warrior, your soul was inserted into your body around the 5-month mark in the womb, after it hovered around picking apart the emotional states of mom and getting a sense of what life would be like. And you came in as a blank slate, ready to live a good and virtuous life. Listen, death scares us because unfamiliarity scares us. Death scares us because pain scares us, along with becoming detached from our loved ones. But here's a truth to consider. By tiptoeing through your life, hoping for certainty as a health anxiety sufferer, you are already missing out on all the miracles around you. What difference will not being on this planet really make? You are so internally caught up in trying to avoid cancer, the flu, sensations in your body that have separated you from your beautiful external reality and the people you know that's in it. Not only this, worry causes your energetic body to receive and put out certain frequencies that only keep you stuck in a limited, lack-filled world. Do you see what I'm trying to show you here? Do you see what's really going on? If you haven't realized it yet, you're not going to be on this planet forever. You are not going to be on this planet forever. You will die at some point on this journey, which should be the greatest motivator to live now. I've realized that life isn't so much short, warriors, but life is a perfect amount of time if we live it correctly and right, and not succumb to the messages surrounding death that we grew up with and believe today. So here's what I want you to do starting today. I want you to practice uncertainty. One of the best Stoic exercises that I adopted years ago was to put myself through the very thing I feared. I was scared of embarrassing myself, so I would wear these funky pajamas to the grocery store. I was scared of not having enough money, which is running rampant in people's minds today, understandably so. So I allowed myself a budget of $15 a day for everything I needed, including food. I was scared of saying the wrong thing in front of people, so I started telling jokes, and I am an awful joke teller. I became immune to fear, warriors, which made me more cognitively flexible. It created less worry and automatically gave me a new perspective over dying. Listen, this episode wasn't meant to motivate you to live. No. There's another intent here by me, another perspective by you. This episode was meant to create clarity in your mind, to show you a viewpoint that you're scared to adopt because it takes you away from your current ways of thinking and views on life. In order for a new viewpoint to be adopted, warriors, over dying, you have to have an awakening. You have to awaken from the crutches of your current belief systems and your limited viewpoints over yourself. You have to awaken from a 9-to-5 work-life mentality with brief moments of happiness that you stuff back down because it doesn't fit with your identity. If you live now, there is no reason to fear death. If you challenge your limiting beliefs, on the other side lies flexibility in how you perceive things and eventually freedom. An awakening, warrior, must happen within you, a dissatisfaction and an openness to explore. To explore ideas that you were never taught while growing up, or ideas that were frowned upon by your authority figures. Your greatest growth and the death of the fear of death arises when you are fully comfortable and pleasant in the physical and energetic body you live in. Love is the key. So love yourself a little more by the day. I love you. You are worth it. You are loved. And you are in a beautiful transition to someone beautiful. Someone who is meant to make a beautiful impact on this world if he or she chooses to do so. Have a wonderful day. You deserve it, and you are more than anxiety. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.